stand clear.
You just saw how Sydney dispatches its trains. If you've ridden the network, this may seem familiar to you. Today, we will look at the details of how the trains are actually dispatched. Welcome to Gummerville Station. This train to Kurrajong is starting its service here. It is 5 minutes before departure. There are up to 5 people involved in dispatching the train. The driver, guard, signaller, and sometimes, the staff member in charge of the platform, holding a white flat. Sometimes, the person in charge is accompanied by a second member, who we'll refer to as the buddy, holding the blue flat. Begin by checking that all necessary crew members are present. Ask the driver and the guard to remove any red flags on the window. If the doors are not yet open, the guard will start boarding. It is now 1 minute before departure. The person in charge and the buddy should now move to their correct positions. On single units and intercity services, the guard will be at the back. The person in charge will be at the middle while the buddy will be at the front. On double units, the guard is in the middle, so the person in charge at the back and the buddy at the front. It is worth noting that this system was heavily derived from the British system. When dispatching the train, you must always check that the signal is showing a proceed aspect. This can be done by checking the signal itself or the guard indicator. Don't take this for granted. The signaller may decide to set the signal to stop at any point without your knowledge. Similarly, you must always check that all intending passengers have boarded and that the doors are clear at all times. If you try to close the doors while the passengers are still boarding, the doors will sense the obstruction and open back up, forcing you to spend even more time trying to get them to close again. On older trains, the doors may not detect smaller obstructions. If you are dispatching an older train, it is even more important that you check for obstructions in the doors. Otherwise, this could happen. It is now 20 seconds to departure, time to whistle up. Ask customers to join the train immediately. The events are now about to happen extremely quickly. First, check that the signal is at a proceed aspect, and that there are no obstructions in the doors. Then, the buddy blows their whistle, and raises the blue flat. There is not really any verbal meaning to the raising of the flat. Some sources indicate that it means, all clear, while the British meaning is, right away. When it is 16 seconds to departure, with the authorization of the buddy, check the signal and the doors, whistle, and raise the white flat. Only when the guard receives both signals from both platform staff are they to proceed with blowing the whistle and press the yellow DWD button with 12 seconds to spare. DWD stands for door warning device. We all make the penultimate check, and if clear, the guard will press the red button to close the doors. Then, the guard must wait for 3 beeps, indicating that all doors have locked. Make your final check, and the guard will press the green bell button. The driver receives this and takes power. The train departs on time. The platform staff can lower their flats. The guard will remain at the platform until their door has cleared the platform. Similarly, the platform staff must observe the entire departure. We'll now show you the entire platform procedure, without distraction.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
That was the platform procedure for when everything goes to plan. But in reality, things may not go to plan. If the train needs to be stopped after it has already started moving, the person in charge of the platform will need to get the guard's attention. Whistle repeatedly and wave a red flag above your head. The guard will then ring the bell 2 times, asking the driver to apply the emergency brake. If possible, the guard will also try to apply it. If the signaller advises you that the signal cannot be cleared, ask the driver to speak to the signaller. Once given permission, you will be authorized to dispatch the train. However, beware that the signaller may have held you there intentionally. For example, to allow a higher priority train through. If the train has overshot the signal, confirm it with both the driver and the signaller. You can then dispatch the train on the red signal. If you do not hear the 3 beeps that indicate the doors have locked, ask the driver if they've heard it. Chances are the sound failed to play in your cab. If none of you heard it, try to open the door and close it again. If it still fails, contact maintenance crew who will diagnose the problem and fix the train. If a door, or multiple doors, fail to close, start by opening all doors and trying to close them again. If they still fail, walk to the doors, and open the side panel to access the local door control panel. Isolate the door from the working ones, and press the red button to shut it. Then, place a door fault sticker over the door. Run back to the cab and shut the remaining doors. The train can now be started. The process is simple. But sometimes, its simplicity can catch new train or platform staff off guard, and sometimes, even the experienced as well. I have observed a number of mistakes dispatchers and guards make when dispatching their trains, and I will make sure you are aware of them so you don't make them. The most common mistake is departing the train earlier than scheduled.
Oh hell no!
Remember, the buddy is supposed to whistle 20 seconds before departure. If any platform staff are not present, their steps are omitted. For example, if the dispatch is with a guard only, their whistle comes at the 12-second mark. The most common way to spot this mistake is to see a train arriving early and stopping for a long time. Most of the time, their whistle comes 30 seconds before departure, when they're supposed to wait until 20. Doing it this way will result in the train departing early, potentially angering intending passengers, who will call Transport for New South Wales and have you fired.
You're fired!
There are a number of reasons they may want to depart the train early. For example, to prevent potential delays. But I wish to tell you now that these small delays do not matter. The train is supposed to have a 1-minute buffer at every station, because they are supposed to arrive a minute before their departure time. Some may also do this to finish the job faster, but really, just don't. Your act of impatience that saves you 10 seconds could cost another person, or multiple people, 15 minutes, or worse. Another mistake is trying to whistle on the red signal, or the blank guard indicator. You should always check that the signal is clear. You are not supposed to close the doors on the danger signal. But if you do happen to make this mistake, it's not the end of the world, as you can always just open the doors back up, but it will certainly give latecomers a fright. Some trains are more important than others. For example, this BMT is more important than this T5. Make sure you dispatch the most important trains first. The full details should be located in your manuals.